cruise along on my way back to pizza and everything, and I hear this bang, 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 and it's just going nuts, right? Like there's fireworks going off. So what's up, guys? It's been a little while. It's been a day or so, a week or so, or probably longer than that. I haven't really been doing much work on anything lately. My 78 half-ton broke down on me, the Super Cab. And what happened was, if I could find a flat place to put this, went to go get pizza for the kids and I one evening, and flying down the road, my own business, had her buried, had the pizza on my way back, and she started sounding like shotgun fire. And it was funny because it was on like the 2nd or 3rd of July, so I was thinking, whoa, those are some pretty good fireworks. Trying to roll into the accelerator, and the truck isn't going any faster, and I'm listening, it's just Gatling gun off again. I'm like, oh my god, that's me! This thing is just backfiring like crazy. What the hell's going on? So it finally gets to the point where it just quits running. So I coasted around the corner and get into a parking lot, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm thinking around with it, trying to figure out. I'm going, I bet you anything it's the Duraspark box. Always that stupid Duraspark box. So anyways, luckily it wasn't too far from the house. Called the boy, he came out, picked me up, went back, got a tow rope, drug it back, because I figured I'm not going to get it fixed where it's at. Wasn't far. Drug it back to the house, swapped out the Duraspark box. That wasn't it. So I thought, okay, well, what else we got going here? It's definitely a spark issue. So for the hell of it, I pop the cap off, I grab a hold of the rotor and I turn it. And it turns. It ain't supposed to turn. I sheared the pin off. The gear, or the pin, you can see it. If I had two hands, I could turn the gear on the shaft, but yeah, it's just got a single roll pin. It's not like a multiple rolls. This is a real, the real cheap end pin in there. And it sheared it off bigger than snot. And this is the second time this happened in the 8 or 10 years I've had the truck. No, probably 9 or probably more closer, 10 years now I've had this truck. And this is a brand new distributor, new body and everything. This is an aftermarket unit that I'd picked up at the parts store. Really nice aftermarket distributor, probably China, but for the way China standards goes, it was a very nice unit when I bought it. Hadn't had any problems with it. I put an adjustable VC31 can on it to get it dialed in. I didn't adjust the weights or anything yet. I hadn't gotten that far, but yeah, it sheared the pin. So I'm hoping that there's enough tension on the gear to shaft. I don't have to go and buy a new gear. I can just pin it. But what I did do, and that's part of what I was looking for, is there should be some parts laying around out here somewhere that I bought. Oh, here's the parts I was looking for. And I got rambunctious, and I went ahead and put the new pin. You can see, oops, I'm gonna lose that thing right off the vise. Open it up a little bit more. There we go. You can see this is your standard kind of roll pin, and this is what they call a spiral roll pin. And it's a little bit more solid, a little more stout, bigger shear strength. This is typically what you get. That's what was in there, and that's what sheared off. Now, why it sheared off, I don't know. I've had this problem before. It's been many, many, many years. I don't see anything, no abnormal wear on anything. I mean, the gear looks fine. Yeah, these marks are from me. And I'm just going to experiment with it. It did leave a score on the shaft. It left a score in the gear. I can tap it on and off with a hammer, but once you get up there, it wiggles around a little bit. So if it breaks again, it's junk. There's no sense in buying a new gear. I'm not wasting my time putting in the shaft in this distributor. I mean, it's all aftermarket anyways. I'm assuming that a stock shaft would probably fit, but I'm going to replace this as it is, throw it back in there and see what it does, see how it does with this pin. Hopefully I don't break anything else from below, but I don't believe there's any reason for me to worry about breaking oil pump and a shaft. I think this is just a freak thing. These crappy pins, you know, they're Chinese pins. They're probably not a whole lot of shear strength on them. When it's cold, it has a lot of oil pressure. Probably more than it can really handle, and I usually am not the type that gets up early in the morning and dinks around. I get up later, get my stuff, run out the door, hit the key, throw it in reverse, and out the driveway I go. Probably my fault. But I've been doing that for years and years and years and years and years and years, and I don't ramrod it out of the driveway in the morning. I take it fairly easy, but still, she's ice cold. She doesn't get warmed up, except for on super cold days where it's snowy or icy, then I do warm it up. But on any other cold days where it's not icy or snowy, I usually jump in to hit the key and I'm gone. I've been doing that for 8 years, and it just now, because the first distributor went only about 6 months to a year after I put it in. It was a remanufactured distributor. So this one here is a brand new one. It was new housing, new everything. Local parts store carried it. I can't remember what brand it was. It looked really nice. And like I said, it's lasted 8 years, so we're going with it. I'm going to stuff it in there like this. Call me a hack, I don't care. If it breaks, it breaks. You know, I will replace it at that point. It may go another 8 years. I don't know, but I think the next distributor I get, I bought a whole mess of these pins. And if I get another distributor, I'm going to go ahead and I marked on it too, so I remember what the hell they went to. But I just got these from McMaster. They're just a 420 stainless steel. It's a coiled, they call it heavy duty coiled pin. 125 thousandths by 750 thousandths. And I'm doing a little bit of reading. Some guys recommended doing that. Like I said, I'm running a high volume pump in there, which a lot of guys say don't. I'm only running 1040. My pressure's not that high. Not that high that I have to worry about it. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up, go inside, back inside again.